This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerisian.
And I'm your host who wonders where we find the time in the day, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly anime recap, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, David.
Yo!
We have 7 anime to review.
Yeah, it's a lot of anime.
It is a lot of anime. And foreshadowing for later episode, it's going down to 6.
Yes, that is factual, unless some fans win. But otherwise, yeah it's going down to
A little
6.
foreshadowing to that.
Yeah.
But we have 7 anime to review. I usually we get to the point where it's like, if you have other anime you want us to review, let us know. Don't let us know. We're reviewing pretty much almost everything that's coming out. That's worthy of reviewing. Yeah. Actually, and there's still actually more out there. I just think there's no, unless we get enough viewers and this becomes our full time part job.
Yeah. If you want us to review more, tell your friends, give them a watch.
We could review the Sword Dragon one and
Sword Dragon one?
The one that someone on Instagram told us to
check out. The Demon Hunt,
yes.
Sword of the Demon Hunter?
Yes, that's one.
Yes, yeah, we could check out.
And then, we could have crushed Moonrise and done an immediate review of that one.
Yeah, we will get to Moonrise eventually.
Yes.
I really want to, it's really good.
Yes, it is. But let's get into it because we got 7 anime to review. So let's just hop right into it. So some of them, not too much to say. Some of them, a lot to say.
Yeah.
So let's start out. Fire Force Season
3.
Episode 2.
Oh, it's only 13 episodes this season. That's so sad.
That makes this episode a little worse.
Yeah, because it's really kind of wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah,
like it was a really good setup episode and everything and all that stuff.
We saw Joker's worst outfit yet.
Oh, 100%.
And his weird comfy clothes, which he even commented on.
Yeah, I was just like wearing pajamas. Like it was dumb. I don't know how you take a character who like you introduce long time all the way back in season 1 wearing this cool vest and like bartender outfit almost looking thing, and then you give him like this cool like undercover secret agent man outfit,
or at the time would seem like a cool power.
Well, yeah, his power blows. Another complaint I had with season 2 is that like season 1 Joker is way stronger than season 2 Joker. Season 1 Joker was fighting off Sho with an Adola burst.
Yeah.
And with his card stuff and blah, 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 blah. And like was able to like hurt his sword and shit. Sho can basically stop time. And then season 2 Joker like kind of had trouble beating up that like molester priest guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, this doesn't balance right at all in any way. And also card decks, what? Just make the fireman. It's okay. It could have been cool if your ability would just smoke because you're smoking all the time.
And he's changing the way the smoke, words in it and everything.
Remember when they also they just absolutely threw out the window that whole ashes thing that was boosting fire. That was just a whole shtick there and all that crap. Yep. Threw that out the window. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's great to have Joker back
until next episode when all of that comes back somehow. We're talking about it.
Talking about it right now, yes, yeah.
If you're a long time listening to the podcast, you'll know that me and David apparently now I'm really starting to get to the level. I'm like, man, we watch a ton of anime. We watch probably like. We watch. Well, I'm trying to think of anyone I could possibly know that watches more anime than us.
No.
Right?
No.
Not even vicinity.
There's nobody.
Like not even like 3 degrees removed from it.
There's nobody. Maybe my buddy Ben. Maybe.
I don't think so. There's no way.
He watches a lot of anime. I don't know if he watches as much as we do.
We're watching 7 shows right now, and on top of Moonrise, which is 8 shows.
He definitely would not be watching Witch Watch. That's for sure.
Well, he's missing out.
Yeah, he's true.
But anyways, I was going to say, but we watch so much that we literally can say things and they're going to happen. Like literally in this episode,
we can read the formulas.
In this episode, you're like, his outfit's terrible. I was like, yeah, why is it so comfy and dumb? And he's like, oh, of course I'm wearing my comfy clothes. But like the fact that we keep pointing out that all this stuff is like kind of like not really dressed, kind of dumb. It's just, and Joker's already in this next episode. Watch him pull out all these moves.
All the stuff. Yeah, all the stuff that we were talking that doesn't have and all that jazz. Very cool though, to be back on topic, to see him actually pairing up with Shinra and the gang now to be like, because he's the dark hero of the underbelly and all that stuff, and Shinra's the real hero and all that stuff.
That
so
cool image of the light side and the dark side.
That was cool. I thought that was really good. That's like a good like screensaver right there. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was like maybe a thumbnail option.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad one. I kind of like that. Man, Licht is such a good character too. To have him.
Oh yeah.
Because like ever since he was all the way back with like, remember when Lick first joined the team, I was like, oh, this guy was with Joker, this guy's bad news, he's gonna suck. instantly wrong. Guy was awesome, was fantastic through and through, all the way till now. He actually shined really hard in season 2.
He did. He was great.
Like, was one of like the
Honestly,
highlights of season 2.
In the go back and watch our short, we have a short video of that Davis cut where we talk about the dumb animals from season 2. Honestly, he's the shining star in that arc.
100%, yeah. He was fantastic. Every moment when he's just like in the almost the end of the arc where he's just like running away and it's like, everyone always made fun of me running, but I'm going to do it to survive right now because I gotta. It runs right into Tomoko. That was great, but it's cool to finally see all of his like secrets go away and all this stuff. So he's a true member of 8 now, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. That is really good. I do like them seeing together. I did like this comment you made while we were watching how Shinra. Yep, they're how you're like, I feel bad for, they always go to like the nether.
It's like a chronic disease with you. You know that? It's I watch the videos and you're just like mid-sentence all the time going brr, brr.
I'm trying
like,
not
you
to.
can't get through a sentence.
I'm trying not
It's
to.
so funny. Like when we're talking out there, you talk normally. No, if I'm crushing seltzers, I'm getting here and you just like, it's like
it all builds up. But
continue on,
you're like, he's walking around the sewer in the nether and his feet are just gross.
Yeah.
Because he can't wear shoes.
Yeah, he's wearing sandals in a sewer.
Yeah.
It's not even the nether. It's a sewer.
Well, you said you were, I was.
Oh, yeah. And then,
So you didn't listen to like the 5
No,
minutes
I
of
did
talking
not
about
at
it.
all.
Yeah.
No. I'll let burping cut it off.
And then I do enjoy how like earlier in the episode we were like, Obi's so jacked, and we're like, actually he probably looks normal for
an anime world.
And then they show him just pulling the Uncle Iroh, just getting absolutely even more jacked in his prison cell.
Yeah.
He's not even doing it for like push up for like 7 hours, and he's like, can I get water? They're like, I mean, fair on their point, they are running a prison. They don't just like get like, it's not like
they just can't give you your meal plan for you free. You know, like they can't be doing that. But what was his argument? It's like, but I'm gonna get too dehydrated and die. I've been doing push-ups for so long.
No, he was like, he said to mention he'll get dehydrated. Then he's like, but if you don't do that, I'm just gonna have to keep working out. It'll get even bigger.
Yeah. And then we saw at the end of the episode, just finishing up with Obi there. First of all, Obi's fantastic, even in the prison. Oh, yeah. But we see him get all chained up just for them to break those chains next episode, as seen in the opening.
Yes, and that stupid metal user. This is one of those things where it's like, I love the show, but they'll just like they'll stretch sometimes with like how fire works for like, and then there's like metal. And then there's Magneto.
They're manipulating the heat in the metal to make it literally floating crap. I don't know. It was some nonsense. That person, I think the name is literally just Gold.
Yeah.
Weird ass shit.
Yeah, and not hot.
Not hot. They tried to do the weird creepy chick hot. Didn't work. Did not work at all. It's like that face is so ugly that the body don't matter.
She's no Arrow Girl.
No, Arrow Girl is the shit.
Yeah, we can change her. We can
fix her.
We can fix her.
For sure.
And then so I was like, with Leonard Burns, Captain Burns.
Yep.
Of the first.
Yep.
I was like, maybe he's betraying them, because it does seem like he changed the White Clad, because it does seem like he changed too easy. And then at the end of the episode, I was like, it doesn't seem like it.
No, it really doesn't. Even when you made a good point, it was like maybe he was telling Shinra through the Adola burst. But it's like Shinra's heard Bug Guy before when he wanted to kill Vulcan through the
Bug Guy.
I don't remember.
Giovanni.
Okay. When he wanted to kill Vulcan all the way back when through an Adolaverse. So like they just happen. Shinra's
and when he pointed out to Giovanni that he heard it, Giovanni was like, "Oh, what you did? Perfect."
Yeah, it's a one-way trip sort of thing.
But it just seems like it's like Burns he is the type of character that could convince the bad guys that he does agree with them and keep that steady mind so that even a mind reader would be fooled by him. Honestly, maybe what did he do at the episode that made me feel like he wasn't?
He was. Didn't he just talk to Helmea at the end again? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Or beginning episode,
convincing or something. I don't know. It's just like, now I'm thinking about it anymore. I feel like I'm going to stick more to my plot.
Oh yeah, you think he's doing double cross?
But then at the end of the episode, yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
I gotta start taking notes on these episodes. We had so many.
Interesting. I know. Well, I'm never going to do that.
I might. 100%.
Well, I mean, if the podcast blew up.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would 100%.
I watch some of these on Saturday and Sunday mornings. I get bored. Just start typing.
Honestly, the early ones.
Yeah.
Like the early Fire, you might be right. Well, not Fire Force, but like
I could probably
My
even-
Hero.
yeah, that one's I'm like this one. I mean, I remember My Hero Vigilantes so well because it was fantastic.
It was
but
new.
if they get any kind of boring episode in there or a mid episode, I'm gonna be like, I might need to take notes on this.
I'm gonna see if we ever get enough viewers.
I will take
And
notes
this
on
is
everything.
But not, I'm taking notes, and not even our full time. I'd rewatch episodes.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd watch episodes like twice, 3 times.
I mean, I rewatch a lot of episodes now as it is.
no, I'm saying like before
I know,
going in,
yes,
like
I know. I'd
just
actually prep.
like prep. Yeah.
Try to give you guys a good product. See,
I mean, we totally prep. We totally prep.
yeah.
That was all
yeah.
fake. What a facade you all fell for that, idiots.
Oh yeah.
But nothing really else happened.
It's our cleverly cultivated personalities.
Yes.
Or whatever.
I do love in this episode. Before we get to, we got to move on. We definitely got to move on because we have 7 shows to review.
Yeah, and this was a setup episode.
But I do love that they go underneath ground. They Shinra and Joker are flying there to get there, and they're underground and all this kind of stuff. And then lo and behold, next episode takes place above ground.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, I even all that work to be underground.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's give Joker a motorcycle for no reason too. To
Well,
give him the Shinra, I know, but just like motorcycle, really?
Because it's supposed to be cool.
I know he's cool. Well,
He's smoking cigarettes and riding
but it doesn't work
motorcycles.
with the pajamas.
The pajamas aren't cool. He's smoking cigarettes and riding motorcycles. 2 objectively not safe things that are objectively cool.
I mean, true. Yes, you're not wrong. There. You're not wrong. with
Don't
that.
smoke, but it is cool.
It is cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For these anime characters.
Unless you're
yes.
like buying lotto tickets and tall boy Bud Lights, then it's
on your way home from work. That's
Then
not
it's
cool.
not
That's not good. That's not good.
However, the other day when I was at the gym, I saw this guy helping move a bunch of stuff, and he was pretty in shape. And he was moving stuff, and he's like walking out of the back of the trailer with like a cigarette in his mouth. I was like, this guy is fucking cool.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. That's a guy living life right
But
there.
as someone who had a stroke, don't do it.
Yeah, it's not the best idea.
But let's move on to the next anime. Oh, I forgot to take the timestamp for that. I'm gonna say 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, folks.
Next anime, To Be Hero X, episode 2.
Wow. This show
Rocks.
is pretty friggin' fun. It's pretty. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I desperately, before we get into the episode, I desperately want him to get to be, if that is him, if that Hero X, if that is him in the opening, I desperately want to see him get to that already.
That's not him.
That's not him?
It's not
okay.
him. It's
I
not
desperately want to see that character because that character looks awesome.
They do
I
look
rewatched the opening and the endings and I'm like, this guy looks like he's pulling all the strings and looks sick.
I think it was the last episode podcast, last weekly anime recap. I like Googled the characters because I wanted to remember a name.
Yeah.
And him and that guy were separate.
We're separate? Okay,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He does look very cool.
Looks cool as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
This episode immediately. So I'm interested to see what that whole thing about Moon having red all over her face.
Yeah, was she like? Did he just dream she was dead?
Maybe.
I don't really know. She literally could be dead, and everyone just like dreamed her back to life in this world. Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
This
That's
world's
very
powers are like this world's power system makes sense in that it doesn't, but it does. It's really confusing.
I did really like when he's like, "Why don't you teleport out of here?" And that because all of her fans want her to be with him,
Yep.
she can only teleport to him. Which I was like, that sucks. That's never going to be cool. Lo and behold, it was friggin' awesome
was
in that fight.
That combat sequence, even before they went animated with it, or 2D with it, was amazing. When she's just coming in out of everywhere, just like, wah, wah, wah.
However, when that guy was like, if you can't be with me, you can't be with anybody. And he was like, girl, I was like, was the last nice gay?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's like,
And
is
then
this not a Chinese anime?
They pulled the Uno reverse on the LGBT community. That's always like, 2 guys can't be friends.
And now it's just like,
nobody can ever be friends. They have to be gay. And then this one, they're like, just kidding. It looks like they're gay, but guess what? They're just friends.
just good friends. Look at that. What is China?
Frodo and Sam.
what-
Why can't they? It's like because people can just
be friends.
be friends.
They could just be friends.
Not everyone wants to do everyone all
Yeah,
the time.
no, it's not everything is sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Except in this episode, Nice definitely wanted to do Moon.
Oh, 100%.
Or Ling Ling.
100%. How long were they locked in there for? Like a week?
A month.
A month?
Yeah.
That's insane. He never changed his clothes once. It looks
Yeah,
like.
I don't know how old they are.
I'm assuming if they're working, they're of age.
No, I mean like they could be in their 20s
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good.
because they had an advertising job. And
Yeah. He was. Yeah. He worked. He had a real job in the world.
I do love like they gave him crap food.
Yeah.
Like, they showed like potato chips.
I
and
mean,
stuff.
I imagine. I wonder if his physique was influenced by the will of the people. So you might just have a physique where it doesn't matter what you put in your body.
That's true.
And just
Also,
it'll
very
always be-
underrated fresh take on powers. We
Yeah.
probably said this, but it
Yeah.
is like that. You never think anything new can happen.
Yeah.
and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, group funded powers. Yeah, that's cool.
I do agree with him. Her messy haircut looks way better than her
I agree with that. Yeah,
ponytail thing.
So, yeah, when he got all flustered when she took it off, he was like,
she's even prettier than I thought she was.
She had no. She was like, didn't know. She had no idea.
No, I cannot stand girls with big fuzzy slippers. I hate that.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's not a good look.
It's really dumb.
Yeah.
When she was throwing the strawberries over the nice statue, I was like, this is funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, and they were throwing them at each other. I was like, adorable. We really hope they end up together.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
And then they friggin' pulled the rug out on us. They might still end up together.
They might.
Maybe there's other girls though.
There are other girls, and she maybe it's the first love, and she ditched her teleport gun. Which also, if you need a teleport gun to do your teleport powers that the crowd gives you, kind of stupid.
It's definitely stupid.
It's 100%. It's super stupid. But anyways, yeah, she left it behind. So and so she doesn't have powers anymore. Then.
Sure. And also, it seemed like she got put on he's like, look at this beautiful beach. I was like, that looks like the beach from Castaway. Is that a resort you're going to, or is that just
an
island? Like you just walked out to it, had no detail to it.
Shelter girl.
There was no building or living person on the other side visible that we saw. Yeah.
Shelter girl might find out that Castaway Living ain't great. There's probably a resort there. She probably planned out to be something like that or something.
Well, she didn't plan it.
No, yeah, no. She did not plan her powers being decoupled from, or her powers being unshackled, but I think she chose the teleportation spot.
No, he shot the gun.
Did he? I thought she did.
No, he did.
Oh, either way.
Yeah.
He chose it then.
He's like, check this out, and he
maybe he sent her to a resort then,
or an island.
Yep. If I can't have you, nobody can.
I can't remember that guy's name, sadly.
Nice.
No.
Who are we talking about?
The villain.
Oh. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Because you said, if I can't have you, nobody can. That's what the villain said in the show.
Oh, I wasn't referencing that at all.
Oh, that's what he said. He said that 3 times.
No, I was saying that was for nice. That'd be.
Yeah, I know what you were. I was like, I thought, okay, I'm not gonna lie here. I thought you were doing a very funny callback to the show.
No,
of
did not do that.
That's why I did it too.
Yes, okay.
Because I just thought it'd be
Okay, our train tracks got crossed there.
Yeah, mine was still on the show, but
so was mine.
Yeah, mine was more detailed on the show.
Okay.
I took notes on this. No, I didn't. No, you didn't need to for this show because it's freaking great. Actually, no, you didn't need to because I don't remember the villain's name. They said it. It might have been Vengeance.
It might have been.
I'm not looking it up right now.
Was it not Nemesis? Maybe. Was it really on the? Was it really on the nose? Nemesis.
It might have been because it is because they were specifically to be villain. We gotta look it up.
Anyways, for that shtick, when he was attacking, so this is the villain that was in the first few minutes of the episode during the ad of the first episode during the ad, and his sword power was nuts and powerful. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, your sword really isn't that cool. They kind of jacked it up pretty hard in the first episode, and then he just changes the entire terrain and makes a new world wonder. I'm like, it's a lot stronger. And then it had the black beams. I was like, this was a character that I wanted to see a lot more of too. And the sword went ballistic at one point. I was like, what is going on here? And then you get the very lovely, nice backstory of him and his friend, and them wanting to be heroes together, but instead the world cast them as hero and villain and blah blah blah. Yeah.
His emo friend.
Yeah. Who didn't? I mean, he didn't seem that emo. He just seemed like he had dark hair, and then they made him an emo.
Oh, they made him emo.
Yeah. But
I like how their plans constantly keep failing.
Oh yeah.
They're like, he's going off script.
It was like, yeah. He's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys shunted him to the side for so long.
He's crazy because he knew Nice was dead.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. One of those ones where it's like, oh, I know you're not nice. That's not his punch. It's like, geez, okay. I got punched a lot by a friend, eh? It was, yeah. But then when they cut to the 2D animation scene, it was something else. This was
cool.
better. It was way better than the first episode's 2D animation scene. This one was out of control with him and what was the girl's name? Moon, just all over the screen when she did the behind the self portal. I was like, whoa,
that was cool.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, they animated the hell out of it. Yeah, the show gets. This is one of those. I'm like, there's another Chinese anime that's out right now, but it's impossible to watch.
Which one?
Here, I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Oh, Supercube.
No.
But it's apparently the animation is nuts.
Nice.
And I'm like, China would totally do this.
Yeah.
Their government is destroy Japan.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they took the show and it's animated like nuts.
It is out of control.
Yeah.
It's like super, super powerful.
Yeah.
Like it's so. I'm just like watching it. I'm just like, man,
And I'm freaking here for it.
People didn't sleep for this one.
No. I liked how he saved the day. I really like this main character, Ling Ling. He's super cool.
I hope the nice personality doesn't mess him up.
I know that's gonna be very interesting
Because I remember she was talking about how that like his need to be perfect or Nice's need to be perfect. The original Nice like mess with his personality a bit.
Mm-hmm. This also destroyed our idea that there was multiple Nices.
Yes, it did. Yes. Yeah.
But still cool though.
Great setup for the next episode too, where it's at this. Yeah, that guy.
What's his name now? Evil Eye or
it's like
Grand
it's
Eye?
like God Eye.
God Eye.
Yeah.
This dork. I don't know what this mech machine thing.
They're the things that they gave the boss the power in the first one. They use fear. So
but I just want to know where they're coming from.
Well, yeah, it's probably some organization. It's probably the big villain organization where I like the concept a lot. Where all the people, all the crowds of like they hope in the heroes and give them their powers that way, but these guys prey on the fear of the population. That's how they get their powers.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. That's a cool way to keep playing with this
cool
whole
balance.
idea. Yeah.
And I really hate that guy, so he's a really good villain because he's such a dork.
Yeah, but they turned him into somebody who's gonna be cool.
Now he's gonna be cool.
He's so cool now. Yeah.
I don't know about cool. Cool is a little.
We'll
see. I don't know if the word is cool. We'll see if the word.
Cool.
We'll see. Because right now, if he talks in the same, what's that word? Like the way you speak.
Register?
No. If he talks the same way he does, he'll never be cool.
Okay. Like an absolute dork.
Like an absolute fedora dork.
He did figure out the whole secret though, really easily.
Yes. Did not take him long either.
No. So he's good. He's good being a detective and all that stuff. That's true. But I'm really pumped to see what this guy.
Why we guess this guy? This guy sucks.
He's gonna be a cool villain, I think. That God's Eye thing, I was like, he's gonna be his power system is gonna be very interesting and enjoyable to watch.
I agree with that.
I mean, that's my basis for a cool villain half the time.
Yeah.
None of them are good.
No, like cool is like Darth Vader's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darth Vader is, he's got a cool drip. Like this guy's new outfit looks sick.
He's still got that hair.
Does he? I thought that was all under the hood. I thought it was just the hood and the
face
mask.
Oh wait, he did have hood. You're right.
Yeah, they changed him his face mask and everything.
He does look cool.
And he's got like the guide eye thing behind him.
He did look cool.
I think it's
but if he doesn't keep talking like he's talking, he's not cool.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But he'll look cool.
Yes, exactly. We gotta see if he talks.
Like Kizaru's not cool, but he looks cool.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
He's got that drip.
All right. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode on that one. Very excited for the show.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right. On to the next anime. My Hero Vigilantes. Ooh. Episode 1.
Ooh.
Yes. Chef's kiss.
So excited. I'm so excited. The show is going to be fantastic. First episode was a riot. Mm-hmm. Like every second of it, from the moment that we met our main character, from when he showed us what his powers were, which are like terrible but great.
Glide and slide. Slide and glide.
And he goes at slightly faster than the speed of a bike.
Yes.
I'm just like, this is great. It needs 3 points of contact and all that stuff. I love that I forgot the My Hero world where it just has the powers obviously are magical, but they have all these like rule systems around what they got to do, and I love it.
Yeah, 3 points of contact definitely lends to having very fun interactions with the ability.
Yeah. Yes.
Or the quirk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ran away from the goons. Goons is still a word.
Yes.
It's just gooners. It's not a word.
Fancy.
It is a word, but it's not a word. But he runs away from those punk jackasses.
Those guys are, well, as we saw later, they are actual psychopaths.
Yeah. What's his hero name?
Nice Guy?
It's not Nice Guy. It is going to be Nice Guy forever in my mind. It's not Nice Guy.
They have a different one for it?
Yeah, he does have a different name. He has a different
name.
Yeah,
because Pinkie Pie there, or whatever the hell her name
Pop
is.
Star?
That's it, Pop Star. I don't remember.
Or is it Pop Star?
Called him Nice Guy, and he's like, that's not my name.
Well, everyone else is calling him Nice Guy.
Yeah, because he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
His idea of being a hero at night is just going out and doing good deeds and cleaning up the neighborhood.
Honestly, how awesome is that?
That's sweet. That's so nice.
He's just like, I can't do what All Might does, so I'm gonna do.
But I can help in my own way.
I can.
Yeah. His internal monologues are some of the best too.
Oh yeah.
Pop
Pop Step.
Pop Step. Nice. Yes. You listen to her music a lot. I know.
Oh, I found her song.
Yeah, it popped up for me too on Spotify.
It's pretty great.
It's not bad. Yeah.
It's a pretty good anime song, and I was just like, of course, it slapped immediately when I watched it in the episode.
Oh, for
and
sure.
she obviously has the hots for him, obviously.
Of course.
And everyone ships the hell out of them. And I mean, I haven't seen anyone actually say they ship them, but if you don't have a soul.
We're ahead of that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you feel bad for her. Her ability, I don't know what the puncher's ability is.
It might literally just be like something so dorky and nothing. He's just strong.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might. Yeah, he might just be like, I just am a.
Because these are all the people that can't be heroes.
Yes, because like her ability makes her just step up and down.
Yeah,
It's like nothing impressive.
Yeah, no.
So I'm loving this motley crew. When he was talking, I love when she's like, she calls him something else besides nice guy, and she makes fun of his hoodie, and then blah, blah. I love when the punk jerks grab her and really threaten her in a real way. Can't wait to see her real face.
Yeah.
It must be all black, I'm assuming, or something like that. Because the way they mushed her face, it left like a bunch of black marks.
No, I think she paints that line on.
Oh, you think that's what the makeup is?
I think it's a yeah.
Oh, then what? Your face is barely on, like, it's probably pretty recognizable then.
Yep.
Oh, well, I thought there was something more to it, because like they mentioned 3 times, like, oh, you don't want people to see your face, huh?
Yeah,
that makes way more sense.
Black eyeliner.
That makes way more sense. But I thought, like,
I know exactly. What
I'm thinking My Hero World, like, she's like, not my real face.
Yeah,
I was like, she probably looks like an idiot.
She'd be a heteromorph or something like that.
Yeah, I guess she just is. Okay, whatever. She's an idiot.
She's an edgy teenager,
but
or adult, I guess, maybe college kid.
I don't know.
He's a college kid.
Then she's definitely a college kid.
Yeah.
But when she those kids are like about to do horrible things to her, awful, and those kids are violent.
Yeah, one guy with his bootleg Wolverine claws there.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain.
They go around trying to stab.
But they're like, I love when they're like, and your super lame hoodie, and then he's like, wait a minute, my hoodie's not lame.
Priorities peak right there. It's like, this is my limited edition All Might hoodie.
That's
what are you talking
Deku
about?
would have said.
I know exactly. He's Deku. He's Deku, just like older.
I did like how they mentioned Deku in the opening, like way before
Izu
Midoriya, whatever.
Yeah, this isn't the golden age of All Might. It's the age right after that because of the outfit All Might has now. All Might's golden age, he has a cape, and that's that red outfit. I know because Deku went through all the ages.
I was going to be like, very Deku of you to know that.
I know, exactly. Yes. There's a Silver Age one, too.
Love that. That's Silver Age, Golden Age comics. Gotta love those kind of things.
That's good stuff. It was that, and what was the other one? Oh, when this is after absolute fantastic Chad of a character comes crashing down and beats the hell out of the villains. He's like, who needs a hero license to be a hero? That thing's dumb. And the first thought that runs through Nice Guy's head is like, he doesn't have a license?
Yeah.
It was like, dude.
He's such a pure-hearted.
He is. He thinks everyone should follow the rules.
Yeah, I love it. His character's gonna grow really well.
He's got a long way to go.
Especially because, like, knowing my hero can get dark at turns.
Yeah.
And, like, what a fun, like, concept to do of a show. And I hope this branches and explodes. I would hate this, what I'm about to say, in all other aspects in Western media, but I want it more in anime, is expanding of universes of things. Because this is a universe now.
Yeah.
It's an expansion of a universe, which I could gladly do that in many different... Never Full Metal. That'd be so stupid.
That makes any sense. They covered the entire world.
Yeah, but, like, if we got, like, Naruto way back, like...
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd like to see some, like, other villages do stuff, not Boruto.
But, like, if they did, like, the first Great Ninja War.
Yeah.
Like, actually show it.
That'd be fun,
Like,
yeah.
Or, let's see, like, a modern anime. Like, Gojo... I mean, JJK kind of did it.
Yeah.
That was written in the manga already, but they kind of did
Could
it.
do something like that.
Which is like, give us some more of, like, good stuff.
That'd be fun. I could do, like, I'd be interested in seeing, like, Frieren in other parts of the world with other mages doing other things. Like some of our motley crew from the Grand Wizard. That's not a good name for it, but the magic trials they did at the end of that season. See some of the other gangs going off and doing stuff. I'd watch that.
Yeah. But that's like what the show is. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's so much fun. The poor guy at the end when he gets knocked over with the dolls. And like the guy's like, "What's a grown man doing with dolls? What a loser!" First of all, this guy's awesome.
I love how he talks too. Like, I'm a Randy Savage. Like just running around doing stuff.
Awesome.
The fact that he was trying to beat people up in broad daylight, it's like, let me see your tongue.
First of all, cool. Also, steroid thing, Trigger.
Yeah,
great name for a drug.
You like mentioned how like My Hero can get dark and stuff like that. It's like the last time My Hero did a drug arc, it was the Yakuza or the gang with not Shigaraki, with Overhaul.
Yeah.
That was the last time they did a drug arc, and I'm like, and that was dark as shit. So it's like, let's get another one.
Yeah.
The kid with the scar already looks so cool. The supplier.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Also, I love the concept of it. Like, it makes them stronger, but it like lowers their decision making. So
yeah, I think that's really fun. And this world they've built too, especially adding in this drug, is that this is a world of like All Might's there, All Might's a hero, All Might's great, but they haven't established like the concrete hero system that they have yet. So like heroes can't show up to every encounter and stuff like that. So that makes this drug and these vigilantes, what they're about to do, like even more important because the heroes can't stop these guys.
Yeah,
and this drug's like all over the place.
That's
apparently.
true.
So it's like it's really, really cool, and it makes me feel like there's like a good amount of stakes to like because this is a time where All Might exists in the show, and All Might's shows up and usually just Deus Ex Machina does everything.
Yeah.
And this is one of those ones where he can't really do that. So I'm like it makes me feel like there's like actual stakes. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be really cool to see like how they did such a good job with this. Is like you think like they're already established like adults. That's another thing I like is like they're moving away from the high school aspect.
Yeah, no
like,
more of that. We're good.
Established adults, but they still have room to grow, and they're going to see their abilities grow. Like next episode is like I can fly or something like that. So it's either I'm assuming it's her that can fly, not him.
Yeah.
But he says it in the thing at the end, so I think it was like a little bit of a red herring because it makes more sense for her ability of flying.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it's probably just going to be like advanced colliding.
Yeah. He'll probably he might like do something where he like has her grab on and he accelerates and they just like jump off.
They can probably fly together.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. And we had Eraserhead showing up there.
He's at the end. Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Young Eraserhead.
Where friggin' we'll get the characters' names eventually.
Who still looks just as tired as old Eraserhead.
Yeah, we'll get the characters' names eventually. But the punching guy was just like, I know you. Like
you're Eraserhead.
He's just like shit on him. Like he's like talk down to him. He's like
he doesn't like normal heroes. Yeah, they're not doing it. They're not doing shit.
Yeah.
It's so cool to have with this show and like the feel they're giving him like this like especially him like. Regular heroes would do like even Deku or like even Ida would do like a hero entrance and shit. His hero entrance is absolutely comical, falls into a bag of garbage and all this stuff. And it's like, this gang definitely is not the A-team. No. And that's like a great feel to it.
Yeah. I do hope that there is a reference to them later.
Yeah.
Connected really to like, and not like they are like, they start. Like there was like they were actually the ones who started UA or something like that. Well, actually, that would kind of make sense.
That'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
I don't know. How long...
UA.
No, because All Might. Yeah,
UA already exists.
Yeah, or they just did something that is very impactful to like everyday life. Maybe
it'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool if. It'd be all. I'm like, obviously, I want this show to probably go for multiple seasons after My Hero, but it'd be cool if it only ran one season to get ready for My Hero season, and they like pop up as something important, and then the final season, that'd be pretty fun. But we'll see what happens with that.
Deku's mom was also in the episode.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, so these guys are directly helping out Deku's neighborhood.
Yeah, so I don't know how old she was in it. So maybe these college-age kids, maybe they have kids.
Yeah.
That are maybe at the school.
Maybe that's Deku's real dad. No, Deku's dad can breathe fire. Never mind.
What?
They said this way back in like episode 1. Oh. Like she can levitate shit, and his dad can like breathe fire a little.
One day we'll see him.
Yeah, no, maybe not.
No, I don't
Probably
know.
Not. He hasn't been around at all. So he hasn't been around while a new pseudo dad moved in and picked him up and gave him powers.
He's never been around. So weird. And you think he'd be like from the fruit belt or something like that. If you're from Buffalo, you get that joke. Anyways, let's move on to the next anime. All right. Anything else you got to say about it?
I don't think so. I think I'm really excited for what the show's going to do.
I know what to say. Great opening and.
Yeah. Well, My Heroes, any openings usually kill it.
That's so true.
Yeah.
All right. Next anime. The last time we were reviewing this anime.
Yeah.
The beginning after the end, episode 2. If you're on the internet and you follow anime, you know that this anime is horrifically animated.
Yeah, they're doing it pretty dirty according to the fans. It was just like,
There's 200 chapters.
yeah, in the first episode, it was whatever. Like,
It was.
you could tell that it wasn't gonna be knock your socks off animation, but it was still okay. Like, the powers looked like the magic they were using looked like it could be really interesting, all that stuff. But then you get into like this episode where you pointed out great. Like, the combat that got into was just a bunch of still frames.
Yeah, it's just slideshows.
With like the background sort of
Well,
moving
they
around.
they do like and they do this in other animes, and they do. I noticed they actually did in the last episode of One Piece. Is sometimes they do this like edging on. Gosh.
I have the mind of a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, they do on the edges of the screen. They'll like have these like moving lines to make it seem like there's more motion going on in the middle picture.
Yeah.
When it's either like a still frame or like a slightly moving frame.
When you spice that in,
Yeah.
it saves animators time, and it's really good. And it's probably cost effective, and it communicates something that didn't need to be animated too hard in that instance. However, when the entire fight is just that,
it's terrible.
I'm talking about specifically with the bandits at the end there.
Even with the wolves.
Even with the wolves were awful. The wolves were the worst CG thing I've seen
Also,
in
such
a long
random
time.
scene.
Yeah, it was a random scene. Yeah, but it wanted to show that healing was the healing magic the mom can do is like so super and special and secret and blah 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 blah. When this was but those wolves were horrendously CGI. They didn't even look remotely good. And even fans, like, I saw that thing I sent around online. It was like, fans are petitioning or want to petition to have this anime stopped right now and reanimated. Because it's so badly done.
This should be, like, not illegal, because that's how things work. This should be, like, this is one of those things where if this was a Western show, I would literally be telling everyone to stop watching it right now.
For sure.
Like,
It's
do not give this studio this is embarrassing. Like, when the episode started, I really thought to myself, people are probably now ridiculous about this animation thing. Like, people are getting too used to great animation that, like, sometimes they're just like, they expect like Soul Leveling, One Piece, Demon Slayer, credit level animation.
The word is called spoiled.
Yeah, spoiled. That's what I was looking for the word in my head. But spoiled to this animation that, like, you go back and watch like Full Metal and stuff like that. Animation's like not even comparable.
Not even comparable. It holds up really well.
It does hold up
still
really
better than this anime.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, so everyone's just being ridiculous. I was like, just enjoy it. It doesn't have to be the best animation you've ever seen in your life. And then halfway through the episode, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It's still frames.
Yeah.
You can't still frames fights.
No, you can't. You have to put some work, like real hardcore effort into that. And all
We're
that
watching
stuff.
like other animes that like aren't even like fight based. Witch Watch has better animation. And freaking like Moonrise immediately. An anime that got put out.
Yeah.
No one even talked about.
Yeah, well, I saw online Netflix. They dropped the ball on that. They didn't advertise anything about
They
Moonrise.
didn't advertise it at all.
And it's animated out the wazoo.
It might be terrible.
You think?
Maybe the ending's really bad or something.
Maybe so far, I'm 5, 6 episodes in. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know. But the one thing I was gonna say is like they just like Netflix might have thought it wasn't gonna be good or something. Maybe because I don't think it has a manga. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe they dropped it all at once.
But they dropped it all at once. Barely advertised it. It just got 1 billion times better animation than the beginning after the end.
Like insane amount of animation.
And honestly, I thought about it. I was like, oh, we'll give it like 3 episodes. The classic animator. It doesn't deserve it.
I don't want to even do that. I'm happy cutting it off here. I just don't want it. Like even the.
Someone put in the comments how this is even justifiable.
Yeah. You know, what's so annoying is I was actually really enjoying the story.
I think the story is going to be
like,
really
good. The story
good.
is fantastic. Like, so far, it's been fantastic. And it was like, the kid was growing up. He was, like, learning things he never learned before. He had a really sad backstory. And then he does that heroic thing, like, showing that even, like, this king can sacrifice himself in another body, in another world, for his people. Where he, like, heroically pulls that guy with him as he goes off as he gets knocked off the cliff and all that stuff. And it's like, man, I'm really emotionally invested in what's going on with this kid right now. And then immediately after that, it shows that big demon thing in the forest with him, and it looks horrible.
It does.
Like, it looks so
CGI.
freaking bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And it's like, it's supposed to look menacing, and I'm just like, this looks comical.
And it's one of those things, like, because of the slideshow aspect, I'll just read it.
Yeah. At that point, yeah, what's the point? At this point, you're only watching the anime to see the color.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you're
like
doing.
the reason you a lot of times you watch anime is so you can see animated fights and whatnot. Because like if it's just like a talking anime, you really just could read it. It's like the same thing, pretty much.
Pretty much,
yeah. So this, just read it.
Probably will take you less time too.
I think this is. I don't even know how the studio sat down and was like, "Yep, this is it."
Maybe there's like, I don't know, the anime studio like landscape too well in Japan or at all. But maybe this was one of those slapdash put together anime studios, and they just like, then the author was just like, yeah, I'll sell it to you guys, whatever works, and then they slapdash put it together.
That must be what happened.
Because this is not good looking.
It's weird because they just like the fans love the whatever it is.
Yeah, it's got really good reviews, great ratings. I actually thought about picking it up if I had time.
It's too many episodes. I mean, too many chapters.
I'm not talking for the manga review, just for myself.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, this is too much.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
But and I really don't have any much else to say. I don't even care about what happened in the show. I don't even want. It is nothing really happens. His mom is pregnant. He fights one of the guys real quick. Kind of. That's the only time animation is cool. He befriends the ninja girl who seems like she has the hots for him. Kind of Padme Anakin situation going on there.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah.
And that's pretty much the entire episode. Bandits show up. Blah blah.
Yep, that was about it. And that's probably the last time we'll talk about that until it gets reanimated.
Yep. Let's move on to the next anime.
Woo!
Lazarus, episode 2. If Dr. Skinner is a good guy at the end, I'm going to give this anime a 2.
I'll give you an indication that he would be.
They kept talking about how great he was.
Yeah, but that just means he's even crazier.
Maybe.
I don't want to be good either. I want him to be a super bad guy.
They really called him a saint in this episode.
Yeah. Well, if he kills the entire human population, that title can go away real fast.
They didn't seem to care.
I guess not. Yeah. But yeah, no, I hope he's not good. I have hopes that he's not going to be.
Stupid climate change thing.
Well, no, what's going to be? It's going to be like the Matrix situation when he talks to the architect guy and it gives him like the moral quandary of some shit. I don't remember.
Saving Trinity or it's either Save Trinity or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's gonna be like there's some big,
and that's when he pulls the bullet out of Trinity because he goes into the Matrix. He becomes the Matrix.
Yeah, there's gonna be some big giant theological, philosophical point that he's trying to make.
There isn't one.
Yeah, no, it's not. But that's what that's what the anime will do.
Yeah, but I'm worried they're gonna make Dr. Skinner into like
a good guy,
either a good guy or like it was his plan all along, and he actually saved everyone and made everyone realize what was important and all this kind of stuff. And actually, he did better for the world than what he is. And I'm just gonna be like, and even if his drug doesn't actually kill anybody, he lied about it.
Yeah, cause mass panic,
which would cause people to die.
Yep.
I'd be like, you're still a big, huge piece of crap.
There's probably people who have committed suicide over this already in that world.
1,000%.
Yeah, for sure.
Did like when he's like, so who's taking the drug? And they're all like, I'd raise my hand if you're listening.
Yeah. Everyone was on it because they opened with the episode how like people were just getting high, kids were getting high on it. Why is everyone walking around with soda pop?
Yeah.
It's because they're not overdose. They can't overdose on it, but they're like.
Did enjoy the cop being in the episode again.
That was fantastic. Mm-hmm. That was fantastic. That poor cop. This is gonna be a great running joke. That poor cop is gonna.
It's the melon farmer. I mean, cabbage farmer.
Cabbage farmer. Yeah.
Or cabbage seller.
There is a name for him.
Vendor from Avatar.
But he's gonna be a running joke because they live in his neighborhood. And they have that whole secret super base. Him and the cat are gonna be like two giant running jokes, and I'm
Cabbage
here for
merchant.
Cabbage merchant.
Oh, the cat. Yeah,
the cat was great. The cat was super cool. Their cars are so dorky though.
Their cars suck.
Their cars are so stupid.
They're just like
it's one of those ones where it's like, okay, there's regular cars in this world, but you had to go with like the most ostentatious, conspicuous cars you could find.
That's true.
They look like some pimp would drive them back in the 60s. And then you're just like you're burning rubber around town and all that crap.
Did like when she's like, well, how long are you in prison? He's like 888 years.
That was good.
And then she's like, get the fuck out of the car. Do like the reasoning is that he literally was just like, every time you escape, they double your sentence.
I'll eventually call him Leatherface too. I'm digging. We'll get to this. We'll get to this with Witch Watch. I love the modern references that are popping up in anime now.
Yes.
But when she called him Leatherface, it was like this was a very fair reaction on her end. I thought it was like, you were in prison for 800 years. You're a monster. Why would anyone break you out? And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Right, yeah.
But then in reality, just like, yeah, well, they didn't like me breaking all their toes constantly. I'm gonna get out of here.
Looking up the factorial to get to 888 from 3. There's no factorial result. I did think that was weird.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like he said 3 years, and he's like, they double your sentence every time you go in. But I was like, I don't think 3 goes into 88 like that, because it would be 3 times 3, then 9 times 9, then 8 times 8.
I'm gonna assume, because he on his other breakout attempts, he probably did the same thing they did to the guards in this one and got extra sentencing time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like he assaulted people, so
That's
probably toss some more on there.
That's true. I will say, I was trying to look up all the characters' names, because there's Elena. She is the coder, because apparently she's one of the scariest ones.
I love her coding. Love her super sci-fi in the future bubble coding. Oh, it's so cool. It's the best. I mean,
and then there's Axel. He's the main character. Mm-hmm. I can't remember.
Blonde kid is fantastic.
Chris is the girl.
Okay. Blonde kid is fantastic, whoever he is.
Blonde kid. Then there's the black kid. I cannot remember any of their names. But anyways, because I want to talk is oh wait, here we go. Is it Doug? It's Doug.
Doug's the blonde kid.
It's either Doug or Leland is the black.
I think Leland is the black guy.
Anyways,
that sounds more. He's more put together looking. That's a more put together name, I think.
I like Leland as a character. I think he's gonna be really funny with Axel. Well, that's actually funny because if he hold on, let me look it up real quick, because if he is, there's an author named Leland's a blonde haired kid.
Okay.
And then Doug is the black guy.
Okay.
But he's gonna be really funny with Axel and everything. He's gonna be super funny. His outfit sucks. I don't know what he's doing. He looks like he's a colonial dark academia wizard.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going for here,
trying to
bud?
be like official and edgy?
What are you trying to do?
Meanwhile, you got a teenager there with an orange hoodie on. Like,
Did he say what he was in there for? I can't remember. Like, why?
He said it was a misdemeanor, but that's where he ended it.
Yeah, and then he was like, Elena's actually the worst. You got to watch out for her.
Yeah, she's wanted in multiple countries.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Hackers.
Doug definitely seems like the leader. He seems like
Yes.
the most easily level-headed one there.
Yes, and Axel is a loose cannon.
And that's why they're going to make such a great friendship. I was actually mad when they were separated.
Yeah.
They would have been way funnier.
No, but he's got to build relationships with all the other people,
Yeah.
and then him.
They look like such a good buddy cop duo.
That would be great, yes.
Yeah.
Because he'd be freaking out as Axel breaks protocol constantly and just runs into a hailstorm of bullets.
Yeah, but he's got
because he feels lucky.
His divinity. No, he said divinity.
Yes, sure, yes.
I did like this whole sequence of like the FBI and the DEA and like
the Russians and the Mexicans.
The Russians and the Mexicans, and then like the like all like pretty much like loan sharks, and like I was just like, what the hell is going on? I thought they were all there for Dr. Skinner.
No, then all the agencies were, but the loan sharks were there for that guy that was in the bunker.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious to me.
That's funny, yeah.
Everyone just got caught in different spots.
Yeah.
No, they have all the. I think all the different countries.
I did enjoy
how they were all bummed when.
Yeah, I did enjoy how they all just like worked together at the end.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, okay,
it's like, wait a minute, we're all not here to like, get in each other's way.
Yep.
And even though Axel's like the FBI and DEA are there, but they're not like, oh look, an escaped prisoner.
Yep, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Maybe a lady pulled strings and got him and made it better for him. I don't know.
I did like when she was like, by the way, if you try to get that band off, it would melt through you and your hand will fall off. And she's like, that goes for all of you. I was like, all right,
calm down, lady. What are you, some kind of Suicide Squad?
She didn't say it didn't kill him.
I mean, you might bleed out though.
You might. That's true. But at least you wouldn't feel any pain. Because you could just take a bunch of pain pills.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, a little bit more of that drug.
I felt like I was gonna die at the end when he was like, "I have a new zeal on life," and then he's like, "Oh wait, everyone's gonna die."
It's like, oh, back to being depressed.
Mm-hmm. But they were like showing Dr. Skinner as a UN thing. I died laughing when the United States got up and walked out.
That was funny.
That was so funny. He's like, in 3 years, the northern ice caps will be gone. And I was like, how many times have we heard this one?
Oh, it's been. You want me to clip it? I'll find the clips.
2001, 1999,
way prior to that, like the 80s. Yeah, we've had we've been on the brink for the last 10 years, 40 years ago. Like,
my favorite thing is always like, I've read the data. Can you show us it?
yeah.
You keep saying you've read it.
And this magical data.
Can you just please show us it?
Yeah, no, they don't want to.
But that, it's how he said 3 years, and then I can't remember exactly when he was at the UN, but he looked like he's like 3 years is what happened, and then the drug in 3 years the drug mutated. Big 3 guy.
Yeah, likes the 3. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
It would be so friggin' funny if this. I hope this is his excuse. It was like, well, the world was ending due to humans' horribleness, so that's why I created the drug to prevent that from happening. It's like, okay, when we talk about climate change and the world ending, we're talking about just ending in a way that it'd be inhabitable for humans. So if you just killed the humans to prevent that from happening, you just prevented nothing.
You just saved the marble.
See, like a lot of times when people scream about climate change and stuff, they're always like, it's terrible for the world. I'm like, it's terrible for humans inhabiting the world.
Yes, that's the whole reason we care about it.
That's the reason we care about it. We don't care about it because of like some random monkey in Africa.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about if I'm not here to live on the marble, then why am I saving the marble?
But
the big blue marble in space.
The show rocks.
This show's awesome. It's in contrast to beginning after the end, it's animated out of control. It's got that Cowboy Bebop animation with Axel just jumping around.
Good opening.
The opening is Cowboy Bebop S2 in my mind, and Axel ran on a wall at one point. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but it's fantastic.
I did see somewhere. I do think they are related. Cowboy Bebop and this.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
like same like there's like
studio?
There's a person who's connected, or studio's connected, or something's connected.
But either way, yeah, it's got all the same vibes, and it's like really, really good. I thought that it was just, this episode was such an enjoyable watch, like the entire time.
Very great.
Yeah,
love it.
And the cast is gonna be fantastic.
Oh, this crew rocks.
Yeah,
it's one of those not enough people are talking about it either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not at all. And like, I remember being hyped hardcore right before it started, and then like, I haven't seen anything online about it at all.
What is the biggest anime being talked about right now?
Like One Piece?
No one's really talking about anything but One Piece. Maybe we were right, actually. Fire Force is out and no one's talking about it. My Hero's out and no one's talking about it.
No, Fire Force hasn't really done much though.
But everyone's talking about One Piece.
Yeah, because One Piece is One Piece.
Yeah, but before let's move on to the next anime, because I have a surprise for you. We don't have 7 anime. We have 8 anime. Because I forgot, we're also reviewing Yaiba. The Last Samurai.
Yaiba.
Episode 2.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about Yaiba. I don't know how I forgot about Yaiba.
Yaiba rocks!
This episode, the Yaiba is a comedic masterpiece.
It's awesome.
I thought I was going to piss myself laughing during this episode.
Even though at the end, Onimaru definitely doesn't do anything that's super cool, because he takes a demon sword that's clearly in a demon room, that's clearly surrounded by demon things, that turns him into a demon.
Yes. Oni.
Oh, it turns out Onimaru.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't catch that?
No. However, I will say this. For like the first half of the episode, I was like, I'd be kind of annoyed too if I was him. Because he
Yaiba's a menace. What are you doing? He stole his shit, booby trapped it, trapped him in a pit for an undisclosed amount of time.
I'm watching this and I'm like, I have to root for Yaiba in this because he's the hero.
Yes.
And Onimaru's the villain. But Yaiba kind of sucks.
Yaiba does. And
like, he bit him in the head.
He pulled every dirty trick good out of the book and then bit him. And this was a fight that Onimaru wasn't asking for. In fact, he was actively avoiding it because he knew he was a child. And then lo and behold, the child was a child.
Yeah.
But won.
Yeah, somehow. Well, he won because he cheated. Which
exactly
the old lady even said.
Well, I think that's going to be a good rule. Like, I don't know now, but it's going to be a good lesson to put Yaiba, because Yaiba's still in the jungle in his head, so he's going to pull him out of it.
Pigeons are gross and awful. Mm-hmm. Owning them is gross and awful. Mm-hmm. Kind of felt bad for him. What the hell is that?
Yeah, the bird of prey there. I was like, did you just eat all this guy's pets? He didn't.
Yeah, but with all the feathers and stuff at first.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And then Yaiba's mad at him because his tiger jumped at him.
Yes.
And Onimaru attacked it as a normal person would do.
It's a tiger.
Yeah. And Yaiba's like, this guy.
Yaiba was
I'm done with him. And
he was so hardcore in the wrong on this. First off, that set of scenes was fantastic. How like they were just going to each other's houses, getting pissed at each other for the same reasons, was absolutely amazing. the fight sequence was out of control.
And talk about good anime. Wit Studios does it again.
It does it again. And when Yaiba had won and he was jumping and laughing, that sign came out of nowhere and hit him. I watched it 10 times. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was
It was
so
the
funny.
funniest shit I've seen
so
anime
funny.
in a hot minute.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's amazing.
This anime rocks. You sent me that side by side of the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
They
Wit-
went nuts.
I really think Wit might be the top dog studio. Mappa is fantastic,
Yes.
but I don't know if it's just that Mappa is good because they are amazing, but also JJK is just good.
Yeah.
So it's like
I think Matt puts out high quality content, but in bulk. And Wit Studios is a master painter.
yes,
You know?
yes.
You know, they're an artiste where Mappa's a businessman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I see it. Businessman with a really good
Also,
product.
side note, this is going to be a quick tangent. We're actually moving pretty quick in this episode. We got 2 more things to review, but that's
This
fine.
bang after the end was like, we're done with this.
Yeah, because I just thought about this because all the Studio Ghibli stuff on X.
Yeah, the AI stuff.
A lot of people were out there complaining about the AI stuff.
As they will be.
what?
As they will.
XQCX, whatever that terrible streamer is. He's not terrible, but he's like, you can barely understand what he says. Anyways, he was making the point, he's like, I don't really care about how it's made. I'm just a consumer.
Yeah.
Now, to that point, I want to make 2 points in this. One, everyone complaining about the AI stuff, saying it's an insult to art and all that kind of stuff, are all the same people who like modern art, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It is, in a sense, modern art, because it takes zero talent to do. But it is awesome, objectively. Let's not.
It's super cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Here's
Everything's
the thing that's different about it that people don't realize. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a Gundam was missing this point too. He had a video on this.
Yeah, I watched
and
this, yeah.
And he was just like, he was shitting all over the AI art and stuff and like saying it was like just, it's pretty much a bastardization of technology. And like he was backing up Hayao Miyazaki, who was saying it was bad too. And I'm just like, not bastardization of technology, bastardization of art. And I'm just like, you still got one, you gotta be really good at prompting still with AI and all that stuff. And it's coming whether you like it or not.
No, okay, first off. I will say this. It is technically a bastardization art. You can't say modern art is good and then say this is also good, because it is a talentless art. It's talentless art.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes and no. You have to be really good at using AI to actually make it be, if you're gonna make something new, not what they're doing now, not with this. If you want to make something new with AI, you have to actually be really good at prompting and eventually to get really complex, unique stuff. You're gonna have to be really good at using the tool, which will in itself be easier than regular art, yes, but would still be harder for the average Joe like you or me to do.
Yeah, but it's not that hard.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
I'll say I will.
There's not gonna be classes on prompting.
Yeah, well, there 100% will be.
On prompting, like, what do you mean by prompting? Just like typing in what it should be.
Typing in what it has to. I mean, AI doesn't get. You can't just like. AI doesn't make the thing you want instantly. Just off of one thing. You have to work with it over time, add different aspects, and get it. Like I was trying in CapCut, I was trying to use their AI tool to make some Luffy random thing. I was playing around with it, and it looked horrible.
It does, yeah.
So it is going to take actual work to make something new, unique, and good. And there will be classes on prompting. They're 100%.
But it's not that much work.
It's not as much work as painting. As actual painting. I would agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. Or even like
actual classical art that whatever we're describing.
Not even just classical art, like pretty like mediocre art.
It's harder than modern art.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's harder. Everything's harder than modern art.
Yes.
Pooping is harder than modern art.
Yes, facts.
And I'm pretty sure there is modern art that is literally just poop.
I'm sure.
But the point is, it is like another just form of like, that's what I always have with AI art. That I think is what I stand by on it, is that it looks really good, and you should totally, like, if you enjoy looking at it, and like cool looking ones, not dumb looking like space. Or something like that, cool ones, you enjoy it, absolutely enjoy it, and everything like that. But if anyone was ever like, I mean, this is pretty equivalent to like art, I'd be like, you're retarded. This is not equivalent to art, like actual art.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. Okay, so
you just like AI art.
So no, but I'm trying to understand now we're just getting to the okay. I'm trying to understand this. So, say someone used AI art. Okay, so. Okay, you're just talking about like the Studio Ghibli stuff where they're making Trump look like Ghibli, and they're just like taking an already made thing and just sending it through the machine and having
even if someone made like a really cool image,
like a really cool like masterful, like what if they like made something like classical style in the form of in form of like Raphael, and they like it worked on it for hours and got to be perfect and all that stuff. It still wouldn't like, and it looked good. Like not like crappy, not like even like to the point you could barely tell. You would still say that's like worse than real art.
Yes. How would you not?
It still looks good, and it took work to put like.
Not even really like the level of.
I don't
talent.
understand like.
Not the level of talent that would absolutely take like an actual artist.
Modern art is worse than like classical art because it looks bad.
Yeah, but you don't even like surrealism, which takes in talent.
Well, that's a personal opinion.
Yes.
That I think is bad. Modern art. I don't fucking care. Modern art is not. It's not a personal opinion. It's just bad.
It's just bad. But like one of the reasons I don't like modern art is because it's talentless, and that we've had that conversation 1,000 times.
Yeah, but we're probably about like now the like,
and that's a lot of times like I would go with this like subjectively you can enjoy. This is my argument of painting and art all the time. Subjectively, you can enjoy modern art and all these subjectively enjoy these things, but objectively, it is way less talentless.
I think
way less talentless.
I think
objectively.
I think that when it comes to like the thing I just described, like the actual looking thing, I think that will actually involve talent prompting to do that.
But objectively, way less talent. Are you telling me a painting now would take years?
That doesn't mean it's gonna be bad though.
I didn't say bad.
Yes, you did.
No, I said objectively less talent.
And you said it was worse.
Yeah, worse that's how I base like a lot of art off of. It's the talent. That's how I base it. Yeah, I know. So okay, once again, subjectively you can like it. Objectively, less talent.
Sure. But it doesn't mean that the thing I described isn't gonna have like yes. I agree. But that thing I described is going to require talent to create.
Picasso required talent to create also.
Okay, I'm saying that's modern art. We subjectively said that was bad.
I don't like it. Yes, because it's
objective. That's objectively bad.
Some of old Picasso paintings aren't terrible.
I have to go look at those then.
Yeah, but like that required talent to do. It did. Mm-hmm. More talent than me and you have.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The prompting thing is going to require talent, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying.
I think it's going to require
way less talent
than actual painting. Yes, I agree with that because there's like techniques into brush strokes and stuff. But I think this is one of those different strokes situations. I think that will require a lot of talent to create that image.
Yeah, but not just like.
And like I don't know how we're going to quantify it exactly, but I don't think it'll be the massive gap you think it's going to be.
I think you're just doing that classic thing people also do with like art, where they're just like, I have to defend that it has so much talent because I like it. It's like just because you like it doesn't mean it has to be talent.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't have talent.
No, it's objectively less talented than someone. And
I think you keep saying objectively. I think you.
How is it not objectively something? Because
I think it's going to require an insane amount.
Something that literally.
It's just going to require it's going to require a different kind of talent to do that. No, and make a good image that's actually pleasing to see.
I won't. It might take some kind of talent, but it's not. What I'm saying is like you're talking about like. Things that only like a select few people can do throughout history.
Yeah, and I think the average person it's not gonna be like you and I gonna sit down and make this thing.
I bet I could learn it pretty quick compared to learning to paint a masterpiece. Comparatively so.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, I agree with that. There are exceptions with geniuses because Raphael was a genius and he figured that shit out
which
so
is
fast.
Talent,
that's a genius.
Which is talent over like skill.
Okay.
Skills can be learned more than talent can.
Okay, well in that case, it's going to require talent. I think it's going to require actual talent to prompt and create those things.
We'll see. I think you're really downplaying how amazing art is, but and I don't know how prompting is the same as years in painting, but
okay.
I just think you want it to be talented. So
I'm saying I'll end it on this. I think we can wait and see on this one and see if it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think it's going to be. I think there's a chance it's going to be good. And
I think
requiring a good amount of talent to do.
Yes, but a humongous gap.
I think. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know how they're going to.
I don't know how we're going to quantify it, but I don't think the gap's going to be as big as you think it is.
What other way would you quantify it?
I don't know how you're quantifying it, other than you think that this has more talent. I don't know how you're First off, this whole thing we're talking about right now doesn't exist yet. So
AR doesn't exist.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about, I don't think. No, it's not in its I'm not gonna say final form.
I've seen literally romanticized and baroque paintings that people have made through AR.
Yeah.
that look like paintings that are existing like now.
Okay. I think I need to take a course on AI art to actually come to a conclusion on my thing then. Because maybe I am adding too much to the amount of
I think you just like it and want to defend it.
You know, I keep trying to like reach your middle point, and you just keep inflaming this situation right now. I'm trying to reach a point where I don't know, and I'm gonna err on the idea that I think it's still gonna require talent.
Even if
I just like it.
I will agree with that. It will require some talent. I will not disagree with that.
But
it's
it's
not insane new modern art where like blank paintings are put up.
I think I'm gonna argue this point. I actually need to learn more about it than just what I've seen online.
Okay. Yeah. I'd have to learn more about it too. But to me, like prompting doesn't seem as hard as like shading.
Okay, yeah.
Because shading takes like hours, years to practice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like golf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just want to move on.
I do just want to move on, yes.
You're very upset about this.
Yes.
You love it. Good.
I don't know about
I like it a lot too. And the one thing I do love about it, and actually I think it's phenomenal about AI art, is that people are making good stuff with it. Mm-hmm. And that means we get more products that you can buy that look good.
I think it's gonna Neurotics, he's talked about this. I think it's gonna like revitalize the movie industry because it's gonna let indie movies start being able to like create without the massive because right now like Hollywood, as you've seen as we bitched about constantly, they have a stranglehold on everything and all these big studios, and they keep pushing terrible messages that are just a mess and making bad movies on the top of that. So I think according to Neurotic and then even Chris Gore talking about it, they're like, this is a real chance to like let indie writers and shit actually get a foothold again because they don't need massive studios now to produce this. True. But we'll see.
Asmongold was like, he's like, time's now. I will like one of the things that like the point of like old school like paintings and stuff like that. Like, I don't feel bad for you are incredibly talented people that you can paint those paintings and everything like that. They just take too long, and we don't live in a society where anyone's waiting for that shit.
No, we're an instant gratification.
I love those paintings, and they're amazing. I'm never waiting for that crap. However, if someone can take AI and make that painting very quick for me, like if someone can make a really cool, like, Renaissance style painting of One Piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
and for a lot less of the price too, because artists they charge.
Yeah. So I'm like, I am on the board of this. I think it's going to be wrong. It's not a bastardization of art.
Yeah.
It might be the perfect thing actually that art needs now, because I think it's going to bring back good looking art.
Yeah. And I think, I agree.
Because that's why modern art exists, because we need it now.
Yeah.
So people are just like, besides the CIA doing the thing, but people just want images now, so they don't want time to wait for these beautiful things to exist. So now we can actually get beautiful things put out there.
And I think there'll still be a solid market for like actual real hand done art and all that
super
stuff.
rich fucking
So I think there'll still be a market because people will still want real stuff. But I think it's a new market that's going to open up. I don't know.
Now I really want a Renaissance One Piece painting.
That'd be kind of sick, right? Yeah, that'd be kind of sick.
And so, I hope it gets to the point where this is going to sound so awful as someone who's not really good at painting but sometimes likes to paint, and I really don't want to take all these painters.
Gojo's up there.
Yeah, Gojo's up there. Yeah, take all these painters out of their jobs. It'd be even cooler if there was a computer that physically painted it. So it was on a canvas.
That'd be kind of
instead
wild,
of printed.
Yeah. That'd be kind of wild.
And would that suck for all the human painters? Yes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
I still think that if someone actually put their blood, sweat, and tears into a painting, like classical people did, you would feel the difference.
Put some soul into it.
You would feel the difference.
Yeah.
But like, if I could get really cool paintings of really cool things, I'm not against it.
I mean, yeah, I'm a consumer.
But Yaiba's awesome.
Yaiba is the shit.
Yeah.
Yaiba is animated out of control, and from what we were just, before we got into that, we were talking about. I saw the Instagram reel of original Yaiba, like back. I don't know when this came out, but it looks like it was in like the friggin' 60s. It was like the entire gorilla scene in the first episode basically didn't happen. Like he just hits the gorilla as opposed to doing that gigantic acrobatic thing they did. I
thought they like froze. My reel froze.
Yeah, so did I. It's like, what's going on? Oh wait, the top is still moving. What's going on here? It's insane. That sign, him jumping into that sign is currently my favorite anime moment of the year.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. I was laughing. I was
great.
laughing. You might have heard me. I started dying laughing.
It was great.
In the kitchen.
Was fantastic.
It was just like just the sound of it too. And I was so not
so
expecting
unexpected
it.
too.
Yeah, it was just like. Bam.
I did love when he also started throwing the stuff at him.
Oh, that was great. The boards and everything.
Yep.
No, Yaiba is a ride, and I like. Based off the first episode, and now I was actually really shocked that they gave him the Oni powers now. I thought there was gonna be like a build up to get there, but I was like, no, episode 2, you're a demon now. Yeah. Here's a real killing object.
He deserves that for just like openly grabbing it.
Yeah.
In like this creepy cobweb basement.
Yeah, where his ancestors
his
were,
like
talking to him.
Horrible nightmares of Yaiba just like,
yeah.
I was like,
that was great. Yeah, where he's just like seeing Yaiba behind him.
He's like, damn it.
I'll get you.
Yeah, I can't wait. And then Yaiba training on top of the roof.
Yeah, you're doing the blind samurai training. Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic! Yes, so it's gonna be really really cool watching this show. It's yeah. The 2 episodes that have come out, it's been one of those anime where I'm just like, oh, it's finally out. Yes, I get to watch this.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I think I'm actually so glad we picked it up.
I think it might be my favorite we're watching right now. I think.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's so, and also it's just like, I don't know if this sounds like me. I know we both feel like this. We're not that old.
No.
But I don't know what it is, but it's just like sometimes that old anime.
Yeah.
It just hits.
It's what we grew up on. It's that's what it is. It's 100% nostalgia baiting for us.
And well, like the thing about it too is it's like everything at that time was just like that. And everything now has like a similar feel to it. Uh-huh. So it's like, it feels so different.
Yeah.
You know, it feels nostalgic and it's like, we're watching all these other ones, and then this one sticks out.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for this and One Piece stick out.
Yeah, so One Piece is One Piece.
Yeah,
One Piece is okay.
Because they're old school, have old school styles, like jokey stuff to them. Like you don't really get that dumb main character anymore.
No, not really.
Like even Yuji's dumb, but he's not like this dumb.
And like Shinra's dumb, but not like this.
No, it just doesn't. It's not a thing anymore. It's not a trope anymore.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Witch Watch, episode 2.
Witch Watch. This is another comedic genius masterpiece.
I didn't mean to put Yaiba and this together, but we might have to keep them together.
I'm fine with this. Yeah, it's right. They're both on Netflix. So I'm fine. Funny, they're both hilarious. The whole
and I put it right after Lazarus.
Perfect.
Which is on HBO Max.
Perfect.
The non-Crunchyroll ones.
Yeah, perfect. The whole debacle with her enlarging him, I was like, this is great. Now, if this was Dan to Dan, you know what appendage would have gotten enlarged.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah. I thought that was going to happen.
Me too, for a second, but like this show's a little innocent.
But I noticed the rating was TV PG.
Yeah, it's more of an innocent anime.
Yeah. Did like the teacher who, I love the one kid, he's like, our teacher's so hot. Class 3 for the win.
Yeah, that was good. That was so good.
But she's super into manga.
It's super into manga, and she's like closeted about it. It's like, I'm really into. You can't say manga; they'll think you're weird. I'm really into mamba dancing.
Yeah. And then someone's like, what a weird thing to say.
And she dropped the most references to anime she possibly could.
Awesome.
When his hair got big, I was like, it's gone.
Yeah, I know. It was awesome. What else did she say? She said,
I think she did a Titan. I think.
When
Nico.
Nico. Yeah. When Nico got big, and everyone's like, someone's like, a Titan.
Oh my god.
We got a Kamehameha reference in there. The one kid said, "Can she turn me into a chair?"
Yeah, we got.
What's that for, bud?
What's that for? What's that weird? For? You only need turn into a chair. That's a dangerous one because once that happens, I know what you're going for. But it only takes one dude to sit in that chair.
That's true. Like, that's true. I will say, the one kid is like, I want a Kamehameha. I was like, that kid has the right priorities.
100%.
I'd be all the kids, Rasengan, give me it all.
Yeah. All the kids that instantly, when they got the ability to fly, started mimicking Dragon Ball.
That was amazing.
Fantastic. And the teacher wanted to as well.
I know. Yeah, there was other anime references in there, too. I just can't remember them all.
They pretty much nailed. There's a ton of them. I can't remember what they showed manga in her little like headspace, and like some of them are real.
Some of them were real.
Yeah,
I do. Also, I love when the class getting introduced. The one guy who's like, I haven't worn sleeves on my shirt since like middle school or something. I don't know, such a random thing. But the one kid is like, I'm an online personality. He's like, what does he say exactly?
It was like, my posts always get inflamed comments, or I live in the inflamed comment section. And the kid next to him was like, I like being online in inflaming comment sections.
And the kid's like, what? That was awesome.
They hit they pretty much nailed every high school trope they really could as fast as they could.
I totally forgot. I'm thinking of all the magic stuff. When they go to the cafe, her one friend, Bless be her soul.
Yes, this is the Becky from Spy X Family of this group.
She has such those vibes.
She's
so
like all
right.
boy crazy, all about I can't remember the Oni. I don't know his name. Moy, all about Moy, and it's like, oh, you're living together, so indecent.
Yeah, so indecent.
Anyways, he's single.
I love when she's like, so anyway, right she starts like, so anyways, who's this hottie?
Yeah, no, I was not expecting this, or the insane amount of like how animated she is, like not just like animation, just like
cracked me up when she was like. She's like, when she goes, we're living together, you were like ready for it. You're like, this is, and then it shows her, and she's just like, I was ready for it too. Or she's like, we're living together. I was like, I can't wait to see this reaction.
And it was everything I wanted.
Oh, so those three dumb idiots.
Oh, the thug guys. Yeah. It's like we're gonna rough those girls up after they said mean things.
And the one kid says like, and do unthinkable things. I was like, jeez.
Yeah, but then of course Moy's there, and it's like, no, it's not.
And then the girls like shit on him because Nico like said a bunch of bad things.
But
about
it's
him.
Lies because she doesn't want them going near him.
Exactly.
It's like, that's my boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I was surprised how calm she was when she was like, "Oh, is he single?" I was like, I was ready for her to be like,
I better lose
spell.
Her mind. Yeah, just delete.
But like the girls are like, well, and they kind of crap on Moy as they're walking out. He's like,
girls are hush.
You know what's funny? That's true.
Oh yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah. Actually, the weirder part is that they weren't crapping on each other. I think Nico's headspace might be one of my favorite spots to live in this anime.
Yeah, in the beginning.
When she just like walks in with her PJs on, and she's like, "Oh, so we living together now, so something indecent might happen." Oh.
I think it will happen.
Yes, I love him.
I know. And also, I love you. Oh no, that was when they were doing when they were like in this when she's seeing all the couples, and then she's like peek. And then
this headspace is as good or better than AoE Toto's in JJK.
Oh, I know.
With his superstar girl in there. This one, Nico's headspace and the two are comparable. I die laughing every time they happen.
Man, yeah, this show is this. I'm hoping we get some viewers out of this one because we're stretching out to the
This is a long ass episode,
and we're just stretching out. Bigger genres of what we're covering. We have been covering like Alia and stuff like that, but. This show's got a lot of potential behind it.
This show has a ton of potential.
Yeah.
I was like...
The comedy is intense.
When we first picked it up, I was like, this is good. And like, of course, we had that whole discussion about the ending or the opening, I guess, and like giving like, ooh, there might be something to this and all that stuff. Right now, my opinion is, even if there's nothing to this show is worth the watch because it's so funny.
It is so funny.
It's just like, it's just out of control.
Class 3 is just ridiculous.
Class 3. They got an Oni now, and they got a witch, and everyone's like, they're living in an ogre, whatever. They're living in a fantasy over there.
Yeah. I
want to fly.
When he I'm glad they got the witch part out and the ogre part out, but I love anime that do this. It's not just like a few people in the class are kind of interesting. They're doing, the class is interesting. When they're like, I didn't love when he's like, wait, you're okay with being an ogre? They're like, I mean, well, she's a witch. I mean, we were pretty cool with that.
It's not really that big of a stretch, you know?
I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Makes total sense. That stupid, on a whole side note, that stupid truck driver that just like, you didn't see the shining pink barrier with kids flying in it? You drive your truck into that. Driver of the year there, folks. Like, what are you doing? You can't be doing that.
No.
That was so
And then the kid at the end of the episode asking for the worst spell in history time. He's like, oh, where is she? Can she switch my right eye with my left eye? Oh, my goodness. What would you do with that?
What would be the point? What would it all be the point of that?
What would that do?
It's like, it was so... She probably does a spell for that. It's just a spell that makes gravity sideways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where a teacher made a reference. She walked into the room. She made a reference. She made an
I thought I'd been... Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought I'd been... I can't remember.
Stinks. I remember.
So we gotta take notes.
True.
I can't remember. Yeah, but it was so this episode was so good. Oh, when they got when they're going through discussing the flight. And everything, and all the different like groups of flight kids, you know, the kids that do the Dragon Ball stuff, and then there's the edgy loner who's too cool for this, and then there's the guy who's
the
contrarian who won't do it anyways, and then the teacher is like, and then there's the otaku who wants to,
and then I love it. It's just like they are animating it from a distance, and the one kid is just moving around like with invincible level animation that's just like it's so great.
This anime got something to it. It's a comedy of comedies right now.
But let's move on to the last anime because we are running down to 10.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, we got One Piece.
I don't even know. Episode 1121.
25.
Oh man, we was close.
11:25.
One Piece is so good.
One Piece is
so good.
It's the best anime ever.
When we started reviewing the manga and the manga recap episodes, go check those out. I thought we were gonna be like, oh, why are we going? I thought I'd be like, this would be. It wouldn't be a chore. I love watching One Piece. It's amazing. But I thought it would take some of the luster out of it for me.
It did. I don't know if it did kind of like for a second.
When
we were reviewing the
I think because it was so fresh in our brain.
Exactly.
But now when they took that 6-month gap, I forgot half the crap that happened during this part. Because stuff's coming, stuff's happened. And obviously, everyone knows it's One Piece. Like, it's a story. Things are going to happen. We're so far down the rabbit hole on it that I was like, oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Axe and Kizaru fight. I totally forgot about that. And that intense scene and their backstory. I totally forgot about their backstory.
The backstory is much shorter in the manga.
Yes, it is. But it's still like the gist of it. It's like I totally forgot that's wild. They just found this kid.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
like I'm never hungry.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
it was fantastic.
I don't know if Kizaru had drip back in the day too.
Oh, 100%. All the time. Remember all the way back when he captured he beat down Arlong back in the day, and he had that like cool ass like it wasn't a fedora, but it was like I don't know how to explain it.
It was fedora.
It was like a mobbish more hat,
the problem with like weebs is like they've ruined. I'm not gonna say fedoras are cool, but if someone is very cool, they can almost wear. Brad Pitt's worn a fedora before.
Yeah,
and it looks cool.
Yeah.
It's Brad Pitt.
If you're cool enough, you can wear almost anything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that shows you how much drip that person has.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that Kizaru
could pull that off.
Kizaru can pull that off.
He's pulling the hell off of this black pinstripe suit.
Oh, yeah.
This suit's awesome.
Yeah.
Every time he's just doing something, I'm like, this is so good. I love this.
They made the vice captains.
Yes, vice admirals.
They made the vice admirals actually look cooler than they did in the manga. Cool, looked strong. Everyone loves the one. I can't remember her name, but with the spiked collar.
Oh yeah.
I mean, who doesn't enjoy watching them fight?
It's a good time. It's a good time. With when they gave him a lot more time than they did when they was punching everything up there.
It was cool though.
I remember the manga. I was like, I don't remember you guys. I remember the guy with the super long bunch of chins.
Yeah, just because with his golden fist, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. There's so many times in One Piece too where I'm just like, the Marines are the bad guys. But their grunts really get messed up to the point where I'm like, they don't deserve this.
No.
It's getting their ships rocked.
Destroyed
literally.
Constantly. How do they afford this? Taxation.
All the money of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they probably get an ungodly amount of money from all the countries.
Because they even just get ship after ship destroyed.
Yeah, like left and right. Like they lost more than a Buster Call's worth of ships on this one.
Easily already.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. This is one of those things that the first 2 episodes, everyone complained about the animation. Like, it wasn't as good as I expected. It's like they forget sometimes. First of all, it was fine. We talked about this on the previous podcast. It was fine. But they forget sometimes they realize episodes that really don't need that much animation, they don't go too hard on because they're like, get ready for this one episode that we could work harder on. And prime example is this episode, Luffy's kick.
This kick alone was worth the animation budget of like 3 regular anime episodes.
It's the beginning after the end wishes.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's really true. Luffy's kick was nuts. I love any time an anime has a character going so fast he just turns into a little ball of energy.
I love it.
It's like one of my favorite tropes.
And I love how they he went so fast, turned a ball of energy, but then didn't, and then so they could show you him again.
Yeah.
How he was spitting and stuff, and I was like, oh,
this is so great. And then he's smiling to see Kizaru again. And it's like,
God, that's one of those. That was one of those.
So long.
It was one of those things. Like we had the exact reaction, of 2 little boys watching One Piece. Everyone was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah. Last time we saw him, it was all the way back in not Sabayoti. It was Marine Ford. So I was like, it's been how many years?
He's like,
now?
we're 100 times stronger, and it's been 2 years. Only 2 years.
Yeah, and that's for them it's been 2 years. For us, it's been a lifetime.
That's what I'm saying. In the show, you're like 2 years. That's it.
2 years. That's it. Really, man. But they are all 100 times stronger. Like, and it's like they're a force to be reckoned with. Rob Lucci still sucks, of course.
I forgot how much Rob Lucci sucks.
Yeah, when he stabbed Stussy, I was like, I forgot about this. I hate you.
Yes.
I hate you so much. We do have to double check and look up if Sanji actually bubbles that guy or not.
We do. We'll look that up. We'll talk about that in the manga. If you, this episode's going out long enough, so we can't get too involved in this.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Talking about the manga, because the manga people will understand it more anyways. The pain of it, but Sanji's getting done dirty by Terry,
hardcore,
which is annoying.
We don't know why.
Which is annoying because debatable for me and you who wins, Zoro or Jinbei, but Sanji's our number 4 easily.
For sure, yeah, locked in, no problem, no problem at all there. Yeah,
so. I think, how dare you do the number 4?
He had a great Wano arc. So
and he's about to have a great arc.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So
he probably did. Actually, I look back and actually surprised. I was actually thinking about that episode because we just watched it. But actually, I think that was Sanji's move on purpose because I think he knew Zoro was going for Rob Lucci, and and I think he was just getting him to make sure all of them were, everything was shut down. Because I think he knows. I mean, it's one of those, I love sometimes when I love how much Sanji and Zoro, they hate each other, but they work together so well.
They're the right and left hand of the Pirate King. Like, of course they're gonna work in tandem and it'd be amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, so it's funny to see the contrast where actually, there's some slight spoilers.
Yeah, the real highlight of the episode really isn't just the kick by Luffy. It's Chopper being absolutely ridiculous in the beginning.
Chopper's just jumping animation was fantastic.
Incredible. That is worth whatever budget that was.
So good. Oh, one more point. I know we're way over time on this, but I want to talk about.
We have one thing.
I feel so I forget, they're communicating this really well. I feel so bad for Stella Vegapunk because you're gonna there's so many times where it's this is with Centaur. Why can't I used to be able to say this?
Sentomaru.
Sentomaru. Where he's crying because he has to fight Kizaru, and it's because Kizaru was literally was his uncle. Adopted uncle, and now family's fighting, and Vegapunk is just I really don't want anyone to do this. I don't want people to fight. I just want to be a good. He keeps seeing and being put into terrible situations.
Honestly, now that you're pointing out how good a job they are doing that, I really didn't think about that when I was reading the manga, but now you're pointing it out.
Yeah,
that is so true.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it in the manga.
That is so
spoiler,
true.
But yeah.
That is and they really did nail it in this episode. It really upset him.
Yes. And with more stuff to come and all that stuff.
That's so sad.
You're it's just another level to his character that I didn't think about before.
I didn't think about it either until you literally just said it right now. But I didn't now noticing it in the episode. Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this season's gonna be so sad.
I know it is.
It's gonna be. Y'all ain't ready.
Yeah. Nope. I wasn't ready. You're not ready. None of us are.
Yeah. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.